Well, good morning, my loves. I see you getting it in, working it out, getting bodacious. Yeah, I see you. Okay, as promised, I was going to do a quick little segment on body types and the importance of knowing your body type. Now, the reason why I did this is because a lot of times we have this misconception over the scale, okay? We get so caught up in numbers, and that's why I named this or I titled this, Don't Get Caught Up in the Numbers. They can be very deceptive, okay? This concept came from when I posted the pic yesterday that many of you are seeing on my Instagram and Facebook and Twitter account, was I did it side by side. And in the side by side, you could clearly see where I had lost a significant amount of weight. At my highest at about 325, 330, I posted a pic of, and I looked humongous, okay? And then a pic that I took on Saturday. Now, a lot of times I don't like giving out my weight because when I give out my weight, people just go like, oh, they get caught up in the number, okay? But then at the same time, they are amazed at how my body has transformed and what it looked like to be at the current weight it is, which is somewhere between 260 and 270, okay? And that's a lot of weight, okay? Still a big girl, but I'm headed in the right direction. That's all that matters. Now, with that being said, what I want you all to do, my ladies, please, homegirls, sisters, we need to get a grasp on educating ourselves and understanding our body type. And I'm going to take some excerpts from a book that I read some time ago, which you all always hear me rave about the process called formyjourney.com. The link will be at the bottom. Okay? And if I could, with my clients, if I could suggest any process or anything for them to do for themselves first, it would be that. But I understand some people don't have the time or what have you, but I rave about the process. It's been a little over a year since I've done it. It's the very thing that set me on this path to a holistic lifestyle, to tailoring all these things that I knew, but I didn't have a starting point. I didn't have no discipline. I didn't have no backing. I had no level of accountability. This 40-day process laid that foundation for me. And I really do believe it laid a foundation for you. If you can take an intense process and you're fully committed, I absolutely suggest that you do the process for my journey. And again, I will put the link at the bottom. Okay, now, so with taking that in consideration, Dr. Williams also wrote a book called Lifestyles of the Fit and Healthy. And I really suggest you get this book. It is an easy read. People, the words are big, okay? It's bold lettering. Come on, read the book, okay? You can read it in a day. But like me, I take a lot of notes and highlight and things of those sorts. So it's very informative. And if you're trying to understand the mechanics of weight loss, if you're trying to understand your body type and what will work for your body type, or what it is you need to do or counteract or change to be more effective in your weight loss process, I strongly suggest this book. And so I'm going to take a number of items out of here to kind of expound on the whole body type situation, especially us as women, okay? We really need to get a grasp on this. If we do, I'm telling you, with you now computing this information in your mind, you're going to be more cognizant before you make certain dietary choices. You know, whether you want to fast, or you want to do a juice fast, or you want to do a fruit fast. And a fruit fast could be your worst nightmare. And he actually goes about that. And I've seen it plenty of times on Instagram and Facebook, and these challenges that go out, and you are doing these challenges that are not beneficial to your body. If anything, is more harmful and can cause you to gain more weight. So just because, you have to understand something. The very thing, that's when I talk about the gut issue on some of my other videos. One of the issues you can have, and one of the concepts I've come into knowing, is the very thing that you put in your body that's good can turn out to be the most toxic thing that is in your body. And the reason why I say that is because you take, for instance, in the gut health situation, you can be eating raw foods. But if you haven't put in the proper probiotics, the digestive enzymes, you haven't healed the gut in the way that it needs to be healed, those foods sit and they ferment, okay? And when I read that, the funny thing is when you ferment certain fruits, what does it turn into? I've been in law enforcement over 12 years, okay? And working in the jail, you know, dealing with inmates, they are some of the most smart, creative individuals. They would take bread and they would take the oranges. We stopped giving out oranges and fresh fruits, because they were using it to make what we call a hooch or buck. And buck is basically a way of taking the bread and the fruits and allowing it to ferment. If you ever find a bucket of this ish, okay, horrible smelling, they would drink it and they get drunk off their ass, okay? So again, the very thing that was intended for good, that was of nutrients, have now turned into a certain level of toxicity in the body because it wasn't able to process the way it needed to be processed. And a lot of times with our body types, it's just not going to process a certain way. And if we want it to get out, we have to go about it in a certain means, or we have to only eat or drink or whatever a certain amount of it so that it does not become toxic to our bodies. Got me? Okay. Okay, let's go. First thing first, let's go over the first body type. It's 3 body types. You have ectomorph, mesomorph, and endomorph, okay? The first one we're going to go over is the ectomorph. The ectomorph, and this is our excerpt out of chapter 5, which is one size fit all, our body types. Ectomorph. Ectomorphs are these thin, skinny people. These are the people that basically have the golden metabolism, as he has quoted or signified in his book. These people can basically eat what they want, eat whenever they want, do what they want, and they have fast metabolisms, but they can also put on weight. The problem with a lot of these people, and I have a lot of friends like this that I got into fitness with. One of my buddies, he's an ectomorph, and he's about 6'4", and he's probably around anywhere between 190 and 200 pounds, and it is hellish for him to keep that weight on him because of his metabolism. He doesn't keep on fat. So and of course he's a male, so he wants the muscle mass. He wants the definition, but that comes with eating a lot of foods, lean meats, things of that sort. So he has had to have his diet to be to a perfect science. Now, on the other end of that, some of you people, y'all make me sick. Look, ectomorphs. Ugh. Some of you who can sit there and eat whatever you want, you're still doing damages to your body. Now, in your efforts to gaining weight, if you want to put on muscle mass, or if you're that skinny fat person, we've all seen those people like, man, you small, but they got pooch and they got stomach, and they got loose skin and loose meat, and you're just like, look, you get mad at them because you're like, you skinny. You can do something about this. There is a way for you to take control of that as well. It's very important that you get the book or do your own research on ectomorphs and see if this can be something that can help you in your weight loss or weight gaining effort or muscle gaining efforts. Okay. Next on the list is mesomorph. These mesomorphs, my brother's a mesomorph, my father's a mesomorph. I've always grew up in a very athletic home where even myself, I was a big girl, but I was climbing trees. I played baseball. My baseball mitt is still over there. From childhood, my grandfather was like, too fat, you need to be on a baseball team. So I played. Playing and being active has never been an issue for me. But the mesomorphs individuals, these are people who put on muscle mass relatively easy. My brothers being an All-American, playing college football, doing all these different things, they were total, my father just had good genes, okay? They were total mesomorphs. They ran track when they wasn't playing football, and they were starters in football. And when they was doing football, they was doing wrestling.